this is the draft stream. My last stream was in-game month ago, so it's been a month. And after that stream, my team went on a literal 10-game winning streak, and I was really happy. Except after that, I ended up losing him for 3 months, losing him for about 3 weeks. He is now out for the season. Not that he's been much good. Yeah. He's been demoted. He's come up and done pretty well. So the local kid does well. Good job. I'm not going to talk about my team too much. We're doing okay. As you can see, we're 7 games under 500. Pitching's been better, I guess. That's all I can really say. Pitching's been better. Offense has been better as well, keeping me in games. I had a great month. It could have been better, but hey, I'll take it. Now hoping for another month exactly like that, and then we end up at 500. The minor leagues has been a challenge, but we're going to get to see if we can prove it. So let's get to the draft. A key to the draft for me is every year I record the first 10 picks of the draft. So the first 10 teams, St. Louis, Texas, Houston, Miami, and then in years later, I do about 20 years later because usually the average career is about 7 years, gives players enough time to all be retired. I go back and I update it. So I used to try and do it from the beginning of the sim and do it right away. But over time, I realized that's dumb. It's a different game when I start playing to then, and there's a lot less rounds, so it's a lot less fluctuation. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to start in the year 2015, and I'm going to record from then. And then I'll be able to judge how good the draft has been since 2015. I think that's pretty fair. So that's how I'm going to do it. Okay, let's get started. As you can tell by the first round, those are the first picks. I am the Colorado Rockies. My first pick is at 16. And the first pick is Jalove Lynch. He is a Canadian. Pretty good. Lucky bastard. Extremely hard, so he might sign. Okay, the next pick. Texas Rangers select Keegan Hamilton. Pretty good. Okay. Oof, that's a high demand. I don't know if he'll sign, but hey, good luck to them. I did not see those on my list. Let's see what Houston gets. Luis Paz. Okay. He played for UNLV. That's pretty good. If that changeup develops, you might see him in the major leagues next year. Okay. A catcher. 18-year-old catcher. That's pretty good. Can't have too many of those. Doesn't look like he'll be a superstar, that arm. So, decent pick. This, I guess the draft is a little light on hitters. Let's see, Mike Ramps. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. Now that guy. See, I like this guy a little better than the last pick, but that bonus demand is super high, so not going to touch that. Control is not a 1. I find that with control, when control is a 1, or when there's a 1 in any of the pitches when a guy's 18, usually it doesn't develop, which means the control doesn't usually develop, which the pitcher turns into a bust. Now that doesn't always happen, but that is something I've found once in a while that happens. So I've done enough drafts. Let's see. Now this hitter. Okay, he was drafted before. Third round pick by St. Louis. Okay, that's a good jump. That's a good jump for him. And he did improve a little bit. I don't really see where, but okay, that's cool. Apparently he was a pitcher too. Pretty good high school pitcher, not a good college pitcher. That makes sense. This guy could be a good hitter. St. Louis might have something good on their hands. I'm in Washington. My bad on that one. See, now this would have been a guy I would have loved to draft because his name is Colorado. And that's a good strikeout rate. It is high school though. Also, again, I really like how none of these pitches is low and the control level is above 3. Almost like I love that when because it makes me feel that he's going to develop a little better. Plus, this thing right here, good work ethic. You can also sometimes find it here, but yeah. Okay. Ooh, another guy who was drafted twice. How far did he jump up? A third round pick as well. Okay. Pitched by the Yankees from New York. Lucky guy. Gets to get picked by his hometown team. Okay, and he's the 10th pick. So in 20 years, we'll see how they do. Yes, I will do an updated stream about them 20 in-game years from now. Well, actually 18 because I'm going to start with the 2015 draft. Another Canadian. Hallelujah to those Canadians. Okay. Let's see. Joe Disco. Auto draft to Colorado. Okay, who was the last guy picked? There's things like this. That's not going to stop because it's not a large pitch. So usually, like if it's like the cutter was 1 or the changeup had like 15 and it was 1 here, sometimes it doesn't move, which means the stuff doesn't go up. Which means, and then I always find if the stuff doesn't go up, the control doesn't go up, or like they'll stagnant. Like this will be like 20 and it'll be like 15, 14, 11 type thing. That's a decent pick though for what's left in the draft. Let's see what my scouting director tells me to pick. Not bad actually. Adaptability, work ethic, intelligence. That's not good. That's not bad for my team. He's a college pitcher. Okay, so this guy, college pitcher. Uh, as you know, college pitchers they develop a little bit faster, a little more polished, but they're not as high potential. Usually, the game isn't as heavily on the high potential type thing. So if you have high potential, you could be anywhere. But if this guy does develop 15, 11, 15, that's a pretty solid starting pitcher. And with talent boosts, speed boost, learning a new pitch, that might not be his ending. If he's like 57, 58, that'd be great. Plus, look how many pitches he throws. That's pretty good. With his best pitch is his fastball. Not a half bad, not a half bad pick right there. Okay. Let me see what else is around. I always like to check before I just make a pick, especially in my first pick in the draft. Just to scout what else is there. Maybe kind of plan a little list in my head. I don't do a pre-look at the draft. Look, I do look at the draft pool every year, find out how many players of each, what can I aim for in certain rounds, how many lower level players we're looking at, type thing. But I always like to know what my scouting director does every time, no matter what. So you'll mostly see me picking this all the time. Okay, let's see. Okay, another guy, 4th round pick by Colorado. Oakland, I mean. lost some. Yeah, he's gonna get picked soon. Not as good, yeah. So he's gonna probably end up as a reliever. Yeah, he's not picking as a reliever. So, and he's just a reliever. So that's what's gonna happen there. Okay. Okay, so this guy's high stuff. Control, he's most likely going to be a reliever. Usually, I don't try and draft 2-pitch pitchers. I'd rather have a 3-pitch pitcher end up as a reliever than a 2-pitch pitcher. But obviously, in the later rounds, I just draft whatever's available, no matter how stacked the position is on my team or how stacked the draft is. Like, gotta sometimes draft the best. Even though I favor higher controller, lower stuff, so more even across the board. Like, I'd rather this guy be a 15, 15, 15 than a 20, 15, 7. You know what I mean? That's just me, but I do understand how the game is, so I'm going to take the 20, the high stuff guy, medium movement guy, low control guy, or the medium movement, medium control guy, high stuff guy, knowing that they're probably better than some other guys. Okay, let's check out the hitters, see what the hitters have before I make my pick. Oh, oh, well, yeah, okay, I forgot that guy's in the draft, and I am picking him. Because you can't pass that up. Draft player, not offering him slot. That is just goddamn amazing. I am lucky. Did not see this happening whatsoever, and that is amazing. I'm going to draft him. He has some good, already good stats. Hella good potential. Didn't even think about it. Good intelligence. That's good. He will not be a good pitcher. He actually lost pitching ratings. Okay, that's weird. This is great. Great pick. And they don't draft the guy behind me. And so someone like this is someone I would love to draft if obviously that good guy wasn't available. Not going to be the best prospect, but will have a shot at the major leagues like really within a year. Great defense if he develops, but he can shoot right through the minor leagues. So these older college guys sometimes are really good draft picks. Now, unlike in real life, where you can offer a college senior very low money and he'll just take it, these college guys he will sign for about 2 million. Like, you can't get him to sign for less than that. So it's a little quirk the game has that real life doesn't, but actually I find it better because I don't feel it's fair that high school seniors, college seniors have to sign for like $10,000, even if they're like a third round pick or first round pick, because that's just like cheating the system. Okay, up next. Okay, so this is the start of a bunch of picks for me. I have a pick at 12, 15, 26, 27. So a bunch of picks in the second round. And so especially on these two picks back here, I might take a guy, not the same slot bonus, but it's around the same. I'm hoping these two guys don't take it. If I don't take a guy here, I'm hoping he's available here. Don't always get that lucky, but unless I really want the guy, I'm definitely going to take him here. But if I want two guys, I'll take the guy I want more and hope the guy I want second best is left. Okay, let's see who's available and let's see who my guy wants. First baseman. Yeah, I don't have a nice first base prospect. Don't even have a lot of first basemen in the organization. I have a huge number of second basemen. Okay, I'm gonna have to get looking at that in my minor leagues next off season. A decent pick for a second round too there. Okay. Let's see. So usually on this, sometimes I just accept what my scouting director tells me and I take that pick. But even though I know I'm playing Colorado and power sells, I kind of like this guy better. Contact and gap, doubles and triples. It's big. And this guy would avoid some strikeouts for me. And he's young. Great chance to develop. Boom. Draft player. Okay, scouting director. Okay, so now I can take this guy. Okay, so part of the reason is that the guy I just previously took, I might not sign him. I'm gonna have to judge, do I want to pay that money for a 17-year-old kid, or do I want to pick next year? I believe I get the picks for the first 5 rounds of the draft, and if I don't sign a player for any of those picks, I get that pick next year's draft, one position lower. I'm fine with that, and I might not sign a bunch of guys, not because I don't want to, just because I'm like, I don't want to waste the money. Maybe next year I'll get a better pick. And or when the draft is really, really good, I'll have a huge number of picks. And that's a little quirk to how I play the game and how I keep stocking my minor league system. Okay, let's see what's next. This guy looks pretty good, but he's impossible. So, also, sometimes I draft guys who are impossible when I randomly, because I know I'm not going to bother signing them. I draft them, don't offer them a contract, they don't sign it, move on, and I keep that pick for the next draft. Okay. This guy was drafted in the 24th round. Before I change the rounds up. Okay, he's improved. He's improved. Kind of want to look at pitchers, see what pitching potential is left in this draft. That's not bad. That's not bad. He was the 4th round. He's the guy we looked at before that was drafted. He's easy. Another pitcher in my system. So then there's the thing. I got 2 more picks. Who would I rather have right now? Should I go another high school route for a guy who's probably going to end up as a reliever with low stamina, but is exactly what I'm looking for? Should I go the reliever route already? That's a little early, I think. Yeah, I'll take this guy just because I know I have 2 more picks in the draft. So I can risk it on a pitcher. Pitching is, you never have too much of it. Especially guys who have 16 control potential. That is very good. Let's go to Colorado. It's a good thing. So you see, oops. Yeah, so this is what I mean. If this is a little low for me, if that changeup doesn't develop, the control sometimes doesn't develop. Now, also forkball, not a very high potential. Sometimes if you reach that potential too early, it means some other one of your other pitchers doesn't get to develop. But high intelligence, that's probably not going to be an issue for this guy. Okay, let's see. Another pitcher. Another high school kid. Not so low on the thing. Clicking a bunch of times. all he really wants me to draft. I got 2 picks in a row, so I don't need to take anybody in particular with this one. Okay. I have a decent amount of outfielders, but I do need a few more on the team. I already took one guy like that. I might take a risk in with this guy. He's impossible though. I usually try to look for guys with I and avoiding Ks, but also a decent contact. Ooh, that is something I forgot all about. You know what? Boom. Not the greatest arm, but pretty good ability. You know what? Boom. Loyalty and work ethic. I like that. Boom. Done. Okay. And then I take who my scouting director wants me to take. Like I said, another pitcher, you can't be wrong with that. Okay, current round. Done. Okay, so this is the 3rd round. Now I have a few picks in this round. Only one. Thought I had 2. That's round number 4. Okay, let's go to me. Okay. Also, the 5th round is usually where all those impossible guys get drafted. They get drafted right around the 5th round. This guy was picked by St. Louis twice. That's pretty cool. I hope he actually had some decent improvement. Not really for that high a jump. Must be a rough class. This time it's the 4th round. I think because it's 20, that's why that's happening. Or there's just nobody left. And people want a chance to sign because this guy's pretty good to get drafted in the 4th round. Even the 3rd round, yeah. Okay, so usually 3rd round I look at pitchers, relievers, because yes, like I said, I usually draft failed starting pitchers, but I do draft real relievers in the later rounds because it's the only way to stock up your bullpens. Carlos Beltran Baseball Academy. Okay, but do not like this because he did not gain any spots. Okay, let's see who you recommend. That guy has a lot of good pitches, but I do not like his movement. Okay, you don't recommend anyone else? Let's see. I like him, a college starting pitcher who will be a reliever in the show. Boom. Great pickup for me. Really like that pickup. Okay, let's go to the next round. There you go. There's my other pick. So I have 3 picks in this round. 13, 16, 20. So this is probably the last round I have multiple picks. I do not remember if I have any later, but we'll just go through that. So let's get to my draft and see who they suggest. Another first baseman, this time out of college. No, okay. I'll see who's the batting potential now. I have a perpetuity for wanting to draft your high school guy. DJ Fisher. Okay, you know what? I might draft DJ Fisher with my last pick in round 4. If he's still around. The first pick needs to be someone who actually has some talent. Okay, so see this level right here? That means that his numbers are a little inflated. Now, obviously, if the game worked 100% like it should, that would mean that these stats, which are based on this and this, would be a little bit inflated, which means he's probably not going to end up with these stats. He's going to decline. But it doesn't do that. It's random generated, so he could actually just end up being great. And then going to a poor high school wouldn't really matter. But hey, what do I know? I'm fine with it though. I'm not drafting him mostly because of this. I would not sign him, and I don't want to waste this pick right now. Now this is a guy I would like to draft. Perfect. There's another pick. That guy's actually a pretty good draft pick. Still requesting me to do that. This catcher is also impossible. That sucks. Gonna take this guy and see what happens. He also can hit, so that's actually a double bonus. Boom. Okay, so now I got one pick left. And he's still suggesting me this guy, but I do not want that guy because I've already drafted a bunch of guys. So now I take a risk here. I could draft this guy. So I always like to see where they were drafted before. So he's probably declined, or this draft is more stacked than that draft. And obviously it looks like that draft was more stacked. This guy is impossible, so it means he's gonna want like $7 million, and you either pay like 6.5 or 7, and he'll sign. I don't want to sign him for that, but I'm gonna draft him because I want this draft pick back. Because I want at least one from this draft back. Boom. Okay. Let's go to the 5th round. There's my first, and I don't have any more. Cool. Okay, let's see who he wants me to draft. Another good bullpen piece. This guy's going to be a curveball fastball guy. In the bullpen, he'll have higher stuff, adaptability, work ethic. Boom. I love drafting pitchers, especially when my minor leagues are full of no pitchers. Draft, and look who got drafted right before that. No, this I probably would have drafted in this 5th round instead of that pitcher. I probably would have drafted him because it's the same type of thing. It's another pick that impossible or extremely hard people. As you can tell, look at all the impossibles and hard. Because they can afford to. Okay, let's do the next pick by Colorado. 6th round. And I only got one in this round. I believe I only have one until the 9th round, and then I'm done for the night. Okay, so now everybody I draft, they just go straight into my minor leagues. Instantly signed. unless they're impossible or the occasional extremely hard, they will not sign. Kind of like a right fielder. I may avoid drafting pitching, even though like this pitcher's probably a better draft, just to get stock up my minor leagues with some hitters and stuff like that, because it's not always easy to find younger players on the market. So, but I do look at places like people like Eddie Morrison, who could be draft picks if they're around for my next pick. Ouch, that really did hurt. Okay. Ooh, another catcher. No lie, just strikeouts. Give it a little power. He was a ninth round pick. Might as well. I don't know if I'm going to sign those first basemen anyway. Or I could do this guy. He's a high school kid. There's another college kid though. But I like this guy. But I also like this guy. That's pretty good, plus decent defense, no speed. I'm gonna go with this guy. Easy draft. As you can see, he's on the roster. Boom. Okay, next pick for Colorado. 7-16. Okay, so now look at who they recommend. And you'll see them recommending starting pitching now. This guy's not very good starting pitcher. But pitchers usually a little higher rated than that. I'll take a look, see if anyone who I remember was still around. They don't look like they will be because, well, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Okay. He's the only pitcher with at least a little bit of movement I might want. Adaptability and work ethic, very important. Pick him up. Boom. In the minor leagues, I think you to be a reliever. And now he's a little better pitcher option. Pretty good for the 205th pick of the draft. Not so bad at this. Draft rules. I got one pick in this round. Let's go. Only 2 more picks left for this draft. So I want to make them count. I want to make every pick when I pick my last pick to be count. Which means usually I'm going to pick some hitters. Okay, I need a center fielder. That's what my league guy is telling me. You are impossible. You are extremely hard. You seem like the best option. So let's give it a shot. Boom. Good, you sign. I'm happy. Next pick for Colorado. Boom. Okay, this is my last pick. This third baseman, not the best defense, but he plays a bunch of positions. Decent in the outfield. What do you think? Should I take it? Or should I draft this first baseman? He's also a pitcher, which actually had a pretty good college career. Yeah, I'm going to do it. First baseman it is. Okay, Mike Olson is now on my team, and he plays first base. Chris Kraft can play any position now. Okay, so this guy's going to start at first base. Great. And I got Morgan Splinter, and I got Mike Olson. Mike Olson's a little bit more polished, but Morgan Splinter was drafted out of college as well. So we'll see what happens. Well, let's get back to the draft. Continue on the draft to Colorado. And it will just finish the draft. Whoa. Damn it. Okay, well, it added 3 rounds, I guess. I did not know it did that. I have to go fix that problem. It'll be 21 rounds. Since there's already people drafted, I can't really do much about that. Well, I got a couple more picks to make then. Let's see who my scouting director decides to do. Nope, I do not need any more second basemen. Okay, pitching potential. There are no more pitchers. Okay. Oh, that is great. That is crazy. Hey, it's another first baseman. Boom. I liked him a while back, so he's my 21st round pick. And he was not drafted in the last draft, and he got drafted this time. Okay. I feel bad for him because he's been declining since he was drafted in the 46th round. Holy crap. That sucks. Okay, thank you very much for watching this, everybody. The draft is now over, and I hope you liked some insight to how I was picking and what I picked. And I'll update you on how they develop. And hopefully my prospect status will give me more than just 2.